Estimating project times, costs, and developing a project schedule. Andre Rosedale, Aspen University EDD836, Project Management Techniques, Dr. Barry Thompson, January 24th, 2022. Can you afford to run a project without a solid project management process? Project management is often expensive, sometimes taking up as much as 20% of a project's overall budget. Project management can increase the complexity of the project, can add team members who are not familiar with the team, and create communication issues. And using project management methods may reduce or eliminate the ability for team members to be creative. Why should you have a project management process? Because you cannot afford not to have one. Simply put, the pros outweigh the cons. Project management navigates the ups and downs of a project, settles conflict, and helps mitigate catastrophic occurrences. Project management not only holds a team together, but holds the team and the client together. Project management means staying in the time frame, staying in the budget, staying within the scope of the project. Project management creates a focus on the tasks of the project and on the goals of the project. Project management keeps everyone on track and enables for a successful project. You can afford not to learn and use the project management process. Being a project manager means you need to take strategic steps required to reduce estimating errors. Projects today are increasingly more and more complex due to organizational structures, ever-changing technology, and now projects are growing in size and in scope. The process of forecasting time and cost of a project is called estimating. Generally, the processes are categorized into two types of estimating, either top-down or bottom-up. Top-down estimates involve estimating the project as a whole and then breaking it down into smaller sections. It is usually a senior administrator who conducts a top-down estimate, creating an overall plan without looking at the smaller components of the project. Top-down estimates, when created by upper management, are then passed down to you, mid-level managers, to work out the particulars of the project and better evaluate the cost details. Bottom-up estimates are usually conducted by members of the organization who are actually engaged in the work of the project. These estimates are taken from estimating what each element will cost individually and then combined. To conduct a bottom-up estimate, all project tasks need to be identified, task dependencies need to be identified, and resources have to be sourced and their costs estimated. The parametric estimate method focuses on the tasks that will involve 80% of the project. The parametric estimate does not estimate every task or element in the project. The parametric estimate is based on a calculation of the job roles, the predefined task estimates, the standard tasks, and the main task of the project. The parametric estimation can produce an overall estimate of resources, goals, and effort for a project manager. Steps used to reduce estimated error in a project may involve different methods. The two main processes are the top-down method and the bottom-up method. Other methods do exist, such as the parametric estimate method. With all projects, Carrie Willis, project manager of Cigna, recommends with any estimation method, one should identify the stakeholders, involve the stakeholders in the estimates, compare the estimates to several models, manage the project against the estimates, track projects closely, and track actual costs of projects for reference in future projects. Project management forecasting methodologies involve making guesses, assumptions, or predictions of the possible outcome of the project you are working on. Forecasting requires a certain amount of data from the current project to be present. Forecasting should not begin until at least 20% of the project is complete. Project managers can look and see how much time the project to date has taken, where the budget is, what the costs are overrun, and how resource needs are being met. Common forecasting techniques include qualitative techniques, time series analysis, and causal models. Qualitative techniques use expert opinions and data from surveys to forecast possible outcomes of projects. Qualitative forecasting techniques can be used early on in the project to help predict what current problems may persist and what solutions can be used on these problems. Qualitative forecast techniques can also be called trend analysis forecasting. Time series analysis is a statistical technique when several years of data from the product and product line is available and when trends in their relationships to the product lines are stable and clear. The forecaster should use all available data to read how the current rate and changes are occurring. Various mathematical techniques are used to create projections from the trends. Causal models are considered the most sophisticated forecasting tool. It shows on a mathematical level causal relationships, including market survey information and other considerations. These causal models may also take into account the results of time series analysis. The forecaster uses historical data and analysis to conclude the relationship between the forecast and other factors like related businesses and socioeconomic factors. Project management is important for many reasons, to include a project manager has the ability to oversee the project and notice potential risks that team members may not be able to see from their perspective. Project management includes task breakdowns and estimating to reduce estimating error. Modern forecasting methods come into play when the project is underway and allows for the prediction of possible problems with the project and the recommendation of potential solutions. Project management is the ultimate form of support and quality control for successful endeavors in organizations.